We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store as it'll With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That's to the rookie Jackson Smith-Njigba. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. When you look at this defense, this unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game, because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Outright to Smith-Njigba. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. The Seahawks at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And last week, not only on the scoreboard, but I saw it on tape as well. Definitely not one of their finer performances because
this is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Powell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
First down, Howell to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 2nd and 10, Howell. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Emmanuel Forbes up from the secondary to make the tackle. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the gun, here's Smith. And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Draymond Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 3rd and 14. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Second down, Howell back to pass. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Samuel in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. This to Arnold on the short pass. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Going for it on fourth. Here's Howell. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 44. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Second down throw for Howell. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 26 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin for... Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now Crosby for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Smith. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Off play action. It's Howell.
Driving, it's a quick first down.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards.
4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
He'll lose it nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
They'll go play action. Howell. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
This offense so far on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Throwing on third down here.
Flush to his right. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. That's shedding through the tackle. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 7. Second down and a run by Robinson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check 58. No ball.
Now Geno. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now throwing on 1st down here. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
28-yard line.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
They'll send the tight end in motion. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Second down, Howell now.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
First down, Howell to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
The final shot here before break. Smith.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Seahawks 7.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Powell. Out left to Dotson.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Second down, Howell back to pass. Finds the open target, Arnold.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And once more, Howell back to the air.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
In motion, the tight end. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Now Howell.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Howell going to audible to something else. Robinson up the middle.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
Robinson again. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr., his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Howell throwing for it.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Rolling to his right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8.
Geno now to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7.
This makes the score Commanders 35, Seahawks 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell getting this into the hands of Turner. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. It's Howell with another throw. That one is slant to McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
That's Samuel, caught left side. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel from 3 yards out. And the Commanders have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down. Just .15.
At their own 16-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. There he goes, left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 77 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go. Washington on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Mond. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll run for it with Robinson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. They'll go play action. Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
A quick throw out to Lockett.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is for this offense. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Mon now off of play action.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Mond.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
32-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
Yeah, they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught at Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 39 yards there, a big one.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
They'll run with Robinson.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Ready up. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a 1st down.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on.